Polygamy, the practice of having multiple spouses, was common in ancient times. Many cultures practiced it. The Bible, reflecting the norms of its time, features polygamy. It was particularly prevalent in the Old Testament, where prominent figures had multiple wives. This practice was not seen as unusual. It was part of the social fabric of many societies. Understanding polygamy in the Bible requires a look at the historical and cultural context. We must examine it through the lens of the time it depicts. The Old Testament patriarchs, key figures in biblical history, often had multiple wives. Abraham, considered the father of many nations, had Sarah and Hagar as wives. Jacob, Abraham's grandson, had 4 wives: Leah, Rachel, Bilhah, and Zilpah. King David, known for his leadership, also had multiple wives and concubines. His son, the wise King Solomon, famously had a vast number of wives and concubines. These examples highlight the prevalence of polygamy among the elite. The Law of Moses, given to the Israelites through Moses, provided guidelines for various aspects of life, including marriage. While it did not explicitly prohibit polygamy, it offered regulations for it. These regulations aimed to protect the rights of all wives and ensure fairness. For instance, the law mandated that a man could not show favoritism to the son of a favored wife. It also addressed inheritance rights and the treatment of widows. These laws aimed to mitigate potential conflicts. Although polygamy existed in Old Testament times, it wasn't universally practiced or endorsed. Some biblical texts suggest that monogamy was the ideal. For example, the creation story in Genesis depicts God creating one woman for one man. Furthermore, the consequences of polygamy, often depicted as strife and jealousy within families, pointed towards the challenges it brought. The stories of Abraham, Jacob, and David illustrate these difficulties. The New Testament marks a shift in the understanding of marriage. With the coming of Jesus, a new covenant was established. Jesus' teachings emphasized love, forgiveness, and a deeper relationship with God. This new covenant also brought a renewed understanding of marriage. Jesus' teachings placed a strong emphasis on the sanctity and permanence of the marital bond between a man and a woman. Jesus, in his teachings, referred to the creation story, emphasizing that God created man and woman to become one flesh. This teaching implied a return to the original design of monogamy. When asked about divorce, Jesus emphasized the permanence of marriage. He stated that it was permissible only on the grounds of adultery, further highlighting his stance on the sanctity of the marriage bond. Although Jesus didn't explicitly condemn polygamy, his teachings emphasized a return to the original design of one man and one woman.